Hello everyone, this is Maria Kronk and today we are doing a taste test. I have come across a jicama that's mashed. It's not mashed potatoes made with jicama. I know a lot of, I usually use cauliflower. I make the mashed cauliflower. I have a video of it. You can see it right there. But I use the same ingredients as I do with mashed potatoes. I think it's absolutely delicious. If you try to mash it, it tastes nasty. I imagine the same is for jicama. So I have this, I've cooked it in the Instant Pot for 1 hour. It still seems a little bit firm, so usually the cauliflower is very soft, so we'll see how that goes. But that's what her instructions said, put it on high in the pressure cooker for an hour. I cut them up into even-sized pieces. I'm going to throw them in my blender, and then I'm going to add this a half a recipe. So I'm adding 1/4 of a stick of butter. She said half a stick of butter. I'm putting that in there, and then she also calls for milk. I like cream in mine, so I'm going to put in 1/4 of a cup of cream. She uses a half a cup of milk, so I might need some more cream. Whoa. That is definitely more cream. I mean, that's more like 1/3 of a cup. Okay, we're going to try 1/3 of a cup. Let's see where it goes. Let's go ahead and put the lid on it. Definitely need more milk. This is pretty a neutral taste, so I'm going to put a little bit of this in there, maybe a little bit more cream. I just don't want to put regular high carb milk. It's very high in carbs. Have you ever looked at what a cup is of milk on the milk carton? Whole milk? Oh my gosh, it's so high in carbs. Smell it. Smells really good. I'm going to add some salt. I like to add pepper and a little bit of Italian herbs, or a lot of times I'll do Italian seasoning. Sometimes I'll do herbs de Provence, sweet basil, or tarragon. I just like a little bit of that light flavor, that those spices, they're not real strong spices, but they taste really good. Put a half a teaspoon of salt in there. That's what she says for a whole recipe. Okay, so I'm going to do 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt since I'm having the recipe. I might have to do it. Salt is a very individual taste. You might like less, you might like more. I am adding pepper to this. I really like the blend herbs de Provence. It's a nice mellow blend and it has different spices in there. I don't have it, so I'm using tarragon instead. This is optional. Victoria's Keto Kitchen does not use this, but I always use this in my mashed potatoes, and I use it in my mashed cauliflower, and I think it tastes absolutely delicious, so I'm going to add it. So I'm going to add a little bit more cream. This is probably going to end up being the half a cup, that Victoria's Keto Kitchen uses. I turn it on low to start. I love how she puts butter in the water when she cooks it. That definitely adds a whole lot more flavor when you're cooking the jicama, because jicama is pretty bland by itself. Okay, we are going to try, and we're going to compare this, or I keep saying we. I'd really like to do this with someone else, but it's only me. But I am going to try this with I happen to have some mashed cauliflower. I absolutely love mashed cauliflower. We'll see if this compares, and let's do a taste test. Okay, let's do the taste test. I'm going to talk about the texture first. The jicama is not as creamy as the cauliflower and mashed potatoes. The cauliflower and mashed potatoes really looks like mashed potatoes that are blended, that have been mashed very fine. Put the cauliflower, I blended the cauliflower. It does not taste good in my opinion when you just mash the cauliflower. Mashed potatoes do, but not cauliflower, and definitely not jicama. If you don't have one of these to stir it while it's blending, you're going to be stopping it a lot, mixing it around, and then starting it, stopping, starting, stopping, starting. You're going to do that a million times because it is very thick and it needs to be moved around while it's blending. So this texture is not nearly as creamy as the potato. So let's see how it tastes. It's sweeter than the cauliflower. It has a more moist texture. I already know what the mashed cauliflower tastes like, but I will try it again. In my opinion, I like cauliflower. If you don't like cauliflower and you want some mashed potatoes, I would go with Victoria's Keto Kitchen and go for this jicama. But if you like cauliflower, in my opinion, I really like the cauliflower mashed potatoes. You can see a link for it in my description. And then you'll see a link for Victoria's Keto Kitchen in my description as well for her jicama, mashed jicama. So let me know what you guys think. Which one do you like better? Do you like the cauliflower or do you like the jicama better? Which one do you like better? Put that in the comments. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your opinion on this. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.